master, author, and the finisher of your faith. You can accomplish all things. You are moving from ABC to XYZ. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because you have all the key ingredients. It is the best time of your life to do the best things in your life. You have systems and processes here, a clear roadmap. You are your own rescue. All the equipment and the wiring is within. You are naturally talented. You have all of the ingredients to be the best version of you that you can be.
All right. All right. I hope you all heard that. You got the best ingredients to be the best version that you can be. Hey, it's your girl, Brigitte Jackson. I'm with you today. Today is Wheeled Wednesday. Do y'all hear me? It's Wheeled Wednesday. And here's what I love about Wheeled Wednesday. You know, a lot of people call today Hump Day. I don't call it Hump Day. Y'all see this? I don't call it Hump Day. I call it Wheeled Wednesday. And I call it Wheeled Wednesday for a reason, right? I call it Will Wednesday because I believe that we're willed to do anything. All right. We don't take a victim's approach to anything. It's not a hump that we're trying to get over. Oh, I need to get through being a manager, being a leader. I had so many times that, I would see people count down, and I understand educators. They would count down, so many days left to in the school year, or they get in the middle of the week, 2 more days, to the weekend. And I've just never been like that. I love to love every day for its purpose. And so Willed Wednesday is very, very special, special, special to me. All right. So if you don't know who I am, maybe you're watching this for the very first time. My name is Brigitte Brown Jackson. I am a behavior wealth strategist. I love talking all things behavior, right? I want people to stop losing their wealth. And what I mean by that is your wealth in your relationships, your wealth in your purpose, your wealth in your job performance, your wealth in your business that you never started, your wealth in actually financial wealth. What are those things that we're doing that we stop every day? And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. So if you are here, this is what I need you to do. I need you to do this for me, okay? Because I told you I'm an educator. So what I need you to do is talk back to me. I need you to talk back to me. So if you're watching this in live, say something. I can see your comments. If you are on Facebook, happen to be on the Facebook platform, because I am streaming this across multiple platforms. So if you happen to be on Facebook, I need you, hold on one second, because I need to see something. I need you all to talk back to me, because I love to be talked to, okay? All right. I want to make sure my audio's been acting up. I want to make sure.
I need
okay.
you all
Nope.
to
Audio is fine. Okay. Right. So
I want to make sure.
I wanted to make sure there's nothing wrong with the audio. So nothing wrong with the audio today. So thank you all for tuning in. But I want you to talk back to me. Talk back to me. Say something. Say hey. Say good morning. Say something. Come on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to type in good morning to you all. Y'all type it back to me. Type it back to me. Let me know it's a good morning. It is a good morning. We are in Wheeled Wednesday. Again, we're wheeled, and we're not trying to get over a hump, but we're wheeled to do some amazing, amazing things. So talk back to me. If you're watching this in replay, talk back to me. Talk back to me. I love call and response because, again, I'm a former educator. I will always be an educator, so I need to do that. So we're going to talk about today these pieces of the puzzle. I'm still going back to that. We were talking about that yesterday. We're going to talk about that all week long. Are you missing a piece of your puzzle, or are you the missing piece to somebody else's puzzle? Either one. If that's you and it hits you, and yep, you know what, that's you. And I stepped on your toe. Yeah, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Just say ouch and get better. Move on out the way. Okay. Just say ouch. Right. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, is that puzzle. And I want to tell my story first, really, really quick, if you allow me to. So there are 7 things to do if you want to be unsuccessful. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I'll try to find it and then put it back in the replay, because this is my 21st day or 20th day of going live. I said I was going to go live for 30 days. Why? Because I just want to share inspiration with other people, because that's who I am. But I was not always that way, right? I've had the blessed opportunity to run multi-million-dollar organizations, right? on behalf of other people. They weren't my businesses, but they were other people's businesses that I had the blessed fortune of being able to lead, right? I've led staffs, large staffs. I've led thousands of children over my career, but it was not always that way. There was a time that I sat on a $75 sofa in a woe is me, poor pitiful me, victim stance until I decided one day enough was enough and I would no longer be in that state, that I would no longer stay wallowing. And I got myself up off that $75 sofa that I used as a pillow, a giant pillow, to watch all my children. And I decided to make all my children's life better. I got up from being a college dropout, got me a job, got back in school, graduated with honors, and went on to be an educator. And then on from there to be a principal again, a little kid from the projects running somebody else's multi-million dollar organization, right? And now being my own entrepreneur. Here's the thing that I learned from that though. Here were 7 things that I was doing to be unsuccessful. 1, I wasn't walking in my purpose. 2, I was not allowing my self-awareness to occur. We're going to talk about it in a minute. I'm a flight attendant. I am infectious. I am inspiring. But I was laying on a $75 sofa, wasting my purpose, my time, and my talent. Number 3, I let other people's principles run my life. I let my social worker dictate to me of how I was going to be. I assumed the priorities of other people. ABC, NBC, and CBS. I was watching all the stories. So they were dictating my priority rather than me on my own life, right? Quit when the going gets tough. I dropped out of college, y'all. I was a honor student in high school. I had in my yearbook I was gonna become a doctor. Put my face on a scrub with a stethoscope around it, and looked at that day after day after day. Went to college 1 year. Went to college a second year. Went to college a third year. Was going for science, and I was going in medicine. But when the going got tough, I had baby number 1 in college. Then I had baby number 2 in college. Then I had professors, racists and sexists, talking crazy to me. And I let their words allow me to quit. Now I own the ownership. You don't notice I'm not being a victim anymore. Number 6, the spirit of incompletion. I didn't complete it. And then last but not least, thinking that I had arrived. I was on Section 8. My rent was being paid. I was okay. My bills weren't that bad. My life was okay. So I stopped learning. Don't be like that. I don't want you to allow the 7 things that I listed here to help you keep being unsuccessful. Now, maybe you're not on welfare because I'm not on welfare no more, but I can still relate to that. A few years ago, I sat on my $75 sofa in the spirit realm, and I did not live out my life for God. I was a minister. I was talking and preaching and doing everything, but I wasn't living truly everything that God told me to do. I was hiding, y'all. So I still was not successful like I should have been, even though I was successful. I hope that makes sense. So never, 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 it's never too late. So let's get into this. Let's talk about what I'm talking about. I'm a piece of a puzzle. I was a piece of a puzzle. God has commissioned us in these 4 areas to go out into the world, go out into the land, and command his kingdom work to be done. So he sends out people like me, flight attendants, that go out to inspire, like he's inspirational. He sends out pilots to go out and execute and get results like he did, if you read the word. Or he sends out grounds crew. Grounds crew people, oh, they are God's shoulder. They do, and they're the heart of God for God, right? like he is for us. And the air traffic controllers, they about it, that business. They see the vision and they make sure they get down to the details of making the vision happen. Yes. And so you're a piece of that puzzle. So I started off talking about the puzzle. You're a piece of the puzzle. So on this Wheeled Wednesday, I need you to be wheeled to say, I'm not going to be an empty piece anymore. I'm not going to be the piece that's not in place. I'm not going to be the piece that don't have a label on it. Okay? What are you? Because somebody is needing you. Somebody is looking for you. You are a piece of the master's puzzle. So how has he gifted you? How has he gifted you? I talked about this the other day on one of the lives. He's gifted all of us with a gift. So we talked about that in Matthew in the 25th chapter, starting at verse 14. It's the parable of the talents. The master gives out somebody 5 talents, and he gives another servant 2 talents, and he gives another servant 1 talent. And the one with 5, he uses his talents and he brings back a reward for his master. The one with the 2 does the same thing. Oh, he says, yes, you gave me this talent. I worked this talent and look what I have for you, master. And then the one with the 1 talent said, well, I knew you was kind of a crazy Lord. You know, you wanted to sow where you didn't reap. So I hid it. Let me go dig it up for you. Oh, here it is. And he said unto him, you are a horrible servant. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. And he told him, depart from me. And he sent him off. We don't want the master to say that about us. So how are we using the giftedness that he gave you? So are you being people driven? Are you being problem driven? Are you being pace? And when I mean pace, being that steadiness for people, or are you being protocol driven? All of us have one of those personalities that show up in the world that you see it and other people see it. But I want to ask you, are you using it? Are you using it for the upbuilding of your master's kingdom? Okay. Or are you doing some of these 7 things and hiding behind being successful? God has commissioned us. He has commissioned us. He has commissioned us, and we can't stay in our just do nothing. Somebody talk back to me. Talk back to me. Come on, come on, come on. If this is good as it's good to me, I'm telling you, every time I talk to you all, God is talking to me too as well. And so every day I wake up and I thank you because I have an inspiration to be inspirational to other people. And here's the thing. If you're a pilot, the enemy will try to stop you from getting the results. And so he can do it a whole lot of ways. So one of the things that the pilots have to worry about is their ego. Sometimes ego can get in the way because they're good. They're good. They're born leaders. They're good, right? Well, if you're an I or a flight attendant, sometimes what can get in your way is you and those feelings, crazy feelings. You can't get into feelings. You got to get into the facts at times. And that's what I had to do. When I don't hear people talk back to me and stuff, I get in my feelings. I'm like, oh, well, I don't need to talk. I don't need to talk. Nobody's listening. And then you know what? That's not true because people are listening. And so people won't share and stuff sometimes come out, and for many reasons. But then I'll have somebody DM me, or I'll have somebody. I had a phone call yesterday. And I'm going to try to say this with, let me come off here so y'all can see me. I had a phone call yesterday. Somebody called me and said, Brigitte, there's somebody that needs help. And I know that you probably can help because of what you do. When I said, oh my God, I needed that this week, and I just needed that, period, because it affirmed, and not so much that because I needed it, but it affirmed me more. Go hard, Brigitte, go hard. And let me tell you why I'm having issues with going hard. Many of you know I lost my dad in February. Now it's September, and it's like, that time span. Well, his birthday's next week. And I miss my dad, and I'm in my own little feelings. But it's like, get out of your feelings, Brigitte, because somebody is looking for you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Lowe Simmons. He's always so supportive and everything. He said, this great stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Look, my husband say, God is talking to me. You didn't know I was going to put that on there. But he is. My husband is amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Again, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Mr. Low Simmons is the DJ master. Yes, yes, yes. Somebody said, I don't know who you are, but it's just as Facebook user, you're absolutely needed. You give so much knowledge. I appreciate that. Because again, I'm not doing it so much for me because I know what the stuff, but when I'm going through my own drama, let me put it like this. I'm like, I can pull back. And I can't pull back right now. This is when people are needing me, because here's the thing. If I could feel somebody else, if I'm grieving, then I definitely need to be able to be talking to the people that are grieving because I feel it. But God gave me a mouth. He gave me a mouthpiece to be inspirational, right? And so let me put this back up here so you all see it. And so if you're a pilot, that ego might get in your way. If you're a flight attendant, your feelings might get in your way. But also what might get in your way is flight attendants could have the tendency of manipulating people, because you are so inspirational. Don't ever use your gift to be able to do that, but use your gift to inspire people. If you're air traffic controller, right, you might develop systems for the wrong people that have the wrong motive. And so make sure when you're doing your protocols, when you're doing your planning, is it for the good? I'll give you an example of that. I know somebody who was asked, they're incredible in the area of psychology. And so they do this kind of stuff with psychometrics and stuff like this. They were commissioned by a company to develop a way to get diabetic people to eat more sugary foods. Really? And he absolutely said no to them. And this was $1 billion company. And he said, absolutely not, because he didn't build his system that he had for evil, right? And so air traffic controllers have to be careful, because you can. And then grounds crews are S-type people. You heard my husband, because my husband been in the cut, and I'm not putting him out there, not trying to be funny. He is so amazing. I tell him all the time, he's more inspiring than I am. You know why? Because he has the heart of God. Right? He's the shoulder that people go and they lean on. S-type people are loyal, they're faithful, they're dedicated. Oh, he's such a good listener, right? But at the same time, he'll sit back and say, well, I'm okay with supporting other people. But it's times S-type people, grounds crew, y'all got to stop. Leave that luggage alone. Stop worrying about helping the flight attendant. And you might need to step up and talk to a passenger in the airport. You might need to show your power and your authority too. Okay. And so I'm not going to go into deep with this. We're 17 minutes in. I want you to come back tomorrow. Again, I'll be here for the next 10 days. I said for the month of September, for my birthday, I was going to go live. And so I said I was going to start September 1st. And then on August 24th, I said, why do I have to work till September 1st? My new day can start any day. So guess what, you guys? Today can be your new day. Today can be your new day to show up as the puzzle piece. We don't want it to be empty and blank. We don't want it to be empty and blank. Which position do you feel for other people? Are you that pilot? Are you that flight attendant? Are you that grounds crew? Are you that air traffic controller? Because guess what? All of them are needed to command God's kingdom, to do the things that God has commissioned us to do. Somebody waiting on you. I'm going to end with this. You see that, y'all? That's my book, Powerful Growing You and Unlock Your Purpose. I'm going to do here so you can see it right there. See it right up there on the wall with my affirmations. Yeah, I love my affirmations. And so that's my book, Powerful Growing You and Unlock Your Purpose. For 20 years, it just sat. It sat in here, and I didn't move out. And then one day I decided, after I got some coaches, and said, let me get that book in the atmosphere. Let me get that book out, because people in the kingdom of God need to hear it. And it talks, I got scriptures in there, y'all. I'm still a minister everywhere I go. And then I have a picture here of when I hit my 200th episode of my podcast. Okay, why did I put that on there? Because one of the things as an I have the propensity to procrastinate. Because I have so many things that I try to do that I don't do everything. And remember, I told y'all one of my unsuccessful habits used to be is that I had a spirit of incompletion. 21 years, but I got it done. My first book, actually, I wrote in 1994. And in 2019, I published it. And then that same year, I published another children's book. And then in 2021, I published Powerful Growing You. And then 2 months later, I published an anthology that I don't have my story. I just have the introduction, but I had 12 other powerful women share their story, and it's called Hope Ignited, a story for women by women, right? And then I got asked to be in another anthology, a prayer anthology. And then somebody else asked me to write the forward to their book, and it's coming out this year. Y'all hear me? When you start moving in your puzzle piece, then stuff starts opening up for you because God says, I can trust you. I can trust you. So I need you to trust the process. And I'm talking to myself today too, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. If you are here and this was a joy to you, please share this with somebody else. Please share this. And it's not about likes for me. I'll tell y'all that all day long. I'll talk to one person as much as I'll talk to 100. I've talked to as many as 500 people in an audience before. I'm not shy to talk. But I love one-on-ones, talking with people too, and ministering to people at their core. And so it's all about helping somebody, because my husband and I have a business called Kingdom Influence, right? Or nonprofit called Kingdom Influence. We really want to influence the kingdom. And so it's all about helping other people. So if this blessed you, would you please be so kind as to share it with somebody else for me? And then last but not least, if you would love to find out more, get more information, if there's anything that I can offer you to bless your life, text me at 810-321-5365. Again, that's 810-321-5365. Shout out to your girl if you want to. Please uh, you can come on to my BridgetteBrownJackson.com, find out more information, as well as you can contact me through there. Click the contact button and I will respond back to you. If you know somebody that would love to be on the podcast, I am looking for powerful stories. So the name of the podcast is Powerful. So I'm looking for powerful stories. We are trying to do some people in season number 5 is coming up. Yes, I've been podcasting since 2019, y'all, and I am absolutely loving it. So we are looking for people for our January segment, the end of December and January segment. So if you know some people, please hit me up. You can even DM me too as well. So again, I want you to stop losing your wealth in your relationships, in your job performance, in your business, in your unmet goals and dreams, and in your finances. When I didn't do my book, y'all, I lost money. I sold books before it even went to print. Let me be honest with you. I sold books even before the 4th chapter was finished, right? And so I could have did that 21 years ago. So I lost money for 20 years, okay? So that behavioral wealth can be financial, but it also could be in your relationships. It could be in your performance. It could be in other things. But when you know how you fit in life, what puzzle piece you are, and how people can value you, you can be something dynamic. I hope this blessed y'all. I hope this blessed y'all because it surely blessed me. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Oh, my husband always makes me want to cry. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with God's people. I love you, husband. Um, I'm gonna not cry. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. My husband is the grounds crew, and the grounds crew is a stabilizer, right? And he helps stabilize me in every aspect of my life. Y'all, I can't tell it today. Y'all go back and I think I talked about it yesterday. I talked about that story, but I'm going to tell it real soon. I do it every year. I do a big deal about it because I want to inspire people. But okay, I keep talking. I kept saying I was going to be done, and I'm talking because y'all got me talking about that man. I love my husband. I absolutely love my husband. He is absolutely amazing. Everybody needs a Willie in their life. He's a stabilizer when I'm all over the place. And so our puzzle pieces fit together greatly. Make sure your puzzle piece is fitting together in everything that you do. I'm out. I'm your girl, Brigitte Brown Jackson. I'm a behavioral wealth strategist. Love talking all things behavior. Can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Come back same time. Again, we're going to do this for another 10 days. And then I do twice a week after that. But for 30 days, I wanted to do every day because I just want to inspire as many people as I can that make sure, here we go, you are a part of that puzzle that you're supposed to be fitting in. All right. Love you. Want to know more about it? Text me 810-321-5365. God bless you. Have a marvelous Wild Wednesday.